Hello, everybody, and hello, Lukas.
Hello. Hi, Eva.
I'm really glad to have you today. I will give a short introduction and then I will give a word for you for sure. We are here on the RIGA COMM live podcast together with the RIGA COMM panelists and participants. And RIGA COMM is a business technology conference and fair, which takes place in Riga this week, October 3 and 4. And my name is Ieva Drazniece. I'm LinkedIn strategy partner for businesses and professionals. And today I'm happy to have as my co-host guest Lukas from NRD Cyber Security. Lukas, I give board to you for a short intro.
Yeah, thanks, Eva. So, as Eva said, I'm Lukas. I'm the CyberSOC Technical Product Manager at NRD Cyber Security. So I'll get into that a little bit more, I think, later on as to exactly what we do and what my role is. But really, what does NRD do in general? So as a company, so I think it's in our name, NRD Cyber Security, that we focus completely on cybersecurity. So we have, I think, 60 plus dedicated staff just to cybersecurity. Everyone's an expert in different areas of expertise. We've done projects in over 50 countries. We're awarded the 101st place in the top 250 MSSP ratings. So we're trying to get that up by a couple numbers to be top 100. But really, we do everything. So it's developing our own security tools. So we have our own in-house SIEM system, and we build packages that are open source for just in general CSerts and different security teams. We have a consulting side of business that covers everything from international, national, public, private organizations. So we do everything from things like we help build the ENISA CSERT maturity framework. We help build national cybersecurity policies or cybersecurity teams. And then we do everything for organizations. So that's everything with consulting from, it could be anything as CISO as a service, maybe auditing, helping them get certified for different certifications, performing penetration tests, social engineering tests. Maybe it's just finding the right tool. So we have all of that, and then on top of that, we also have the team that I'm part of. So that's the CyberSOC team, the Cybersecurity Operations Center. So we're really, I think, more of a proactive, reactive team helping companies stay safe live at the moment. So we have a team of over 20 people who are helping actively keep companies safe. So analysts working 24/7 and making sure that we're doing everything we can to help our clients sleep at night.
It's very important, to feel protected or really to be protected. Maybe you just, did a very quick introduction of what you do, but what is the difference? You just mentioned everything together, but maybe those directions when you build something and when you react, what are those directions you work on?
Yeah, so I think it's always important to do all of it. So, on the one hand, you need to plan. Not everyone has the resources and everything to have a fully dedicated cybersecurity plan, constantly be doing auditing and everything. But I think everyone needs to be working on their cybersecurity. So it's not only large companies, it's small, medium enterprises are actually targeted more often than larger enterprises. So because a lot of threat actors, they're opportunistic. So they see that organizations don't have a large budget, they haven't invested in cybersecurity. So that's exactly who they then go for ransomware, for things like that. So a lot of the time you will see that it's those who are actually smaller and think, look, we're not interesting for anyone. Why would we care? They're the ones that actually get targeted a lot. So really, it's sort of, you need to have a holistic approach, but it's always a matter of trying to find that balance, of course, of cost. So I think that's where the SOC service comes in, that it's a very good balance for having great value for quite a low price. So you can do phishing, you can do simulation tests, you can have all the consulting. We can tell you what tool you need to buy. You can buy that amazing tool that fits in your budget, fits all of your needs. But what happens if you don't have people who take care of it? So I think it's a matter of, you always need to be working on all of it. The Security Operations Center, I think it's in the name that we've tried to focus holistically. So we're not doing one thing. We're doing everything from helping you onboard the tools. We're actually analyzing all the alerts that come in. We're making sure that you're only caring about that what actually needs to be looked at. So instead of having alert fatigue, seeing thousands of alerts, you don't deal with that. We deal with all of that. We only send you that which is actually important. If you have any tools, let's say, again, so a lot of companies right now, so instead of antivirus, it's migrating to EDRs, XDRs. So then we do managed detection and response. So we're not only taking care of, let's say, SIEM, that's for log ingestion and aggregation, correlation, but we're also looking at your EDR, XDR, so we see the holistic picture of from network traffic, from your antivirus, everything together at once. We have threat
But
hunters.
yeah, I want to jump in with what I really loved, because we had a short discovery call before this live, and what I really loved the system you have built, how promptly you leverage from one, one notification you notice within one client's situation, and how you leverage it and scale for all of your clients. Maybe you can discover more on this.
Yeah, so I think that's also part of one of the benefits of having an external SOC provider. It's that we're learning all the time from everyone. So there's certain areas where we know that, for example, there's other companies that excel in exactly one area of expertise, and that's why we have them as partners, because we know that they will have seen a million different cases in that one area, and no matter what we'll see, we will go to them. So we're the same for in general cybersecurity, where if a client has an alert, we will most likely have already dealt with it previously, so it takes us much shorter amount of time to see whether it's a true positive, whether it's an actual threat or not. And if we do see a new emerging threat, so let's say there's a new type of phishing email, a new phishing campaign going around, they're using some new sort of ways to send the emails, new subject, whatever, we see that in one client, and we instantly, within seconds, minutes, can go investigate within all of our other clients to go find out whether they were affected by that same attack or not. So it's always learning from basically each client and giving that knowledge to everyone else. So I think it's also one of the reasons why we have some projects that we're doing with the European Union, specifically for that reason, that by increasing our maturity, we're not increasing one company's cybersecurity. We're increasing that of all of our clients, and some of our clients then have other clients, and they have other companies, and they're large organizations. And so that really helps strengthen a very wide range of organizations. So it's really that holistic approach helps us make sure that in each case, so let's say we're doing threat hunting, and again, we're looking for a specific threat with one client, but if we'll see that, oh, look, we actually found something, we straight away know what to look for for everyone else. So it's that added value where you might not even be buying a certain service from us, but you will be getting that benefit anyways from us.
What really resonates for me is, like you mentioned, this learning curve for yourselves, but also not only on the operational level, but where you are invited as a guidance partners, as a partners to build this architecture of some, like you said, even national level project, that this experience expertise, it's not experience anymore, it's already experience building in expertise, helps us to to build sustainable solutions for organizations or even national level.
Yes, I think that's something that also, so while there are separate teams on our side that do the international national projects for policy building, team building, but really for us what happens is we're the part of the same company. We can leverage those resources internally, where lessons that they learn on a national level, on an international level, sometimes they bring that to us and say, hey, look, we see that this is a problem, or maybe this is a solution already to a problem that we might not have even run into yet as a SOC team. And on the other side, we're a SOC team that is 24/7 actually working with the analysis, making clients safe. So we're working on the actual things that they might produce a policy, but they might not touch on it. And
yeah, I want you to invite you to touch on this. How do you leverage this information? How do you learn from each other? How does it happen? Because this is very important. This is how you grow your expertise, and this is how it's also scaling your credibility for your partners. How does it happen internally? What is the system? How do you work on that?
So internally, it really depends on what the matter is. So we have various teams. So for example, we have CISO as a service. Our CISO as a service people who provide that actual function, we'll always be talking with them at an ad hoc communication. So sort of, we see something happening, we'll say, hey, look, by the way, in Lithuania right now, we're seeing that there's this large phishing campaign going. Make sure your clients are aware. Maybe if they're protected from that or not. Maybe we see some sort of vulnerability in a new tool. We'll tell them. So it's really all the time. It's just keeping each other up to date. If we have any larger projects, things like that, we always do company-wide presentations, really workshops about what we're doing, how we're doing, why we're doing it, just so that everyone can learn from each other, because everyone's working on something different in cybersecurity. But we always make sure, I think it's just constant ad hoc communication. We know who is working on what, and basically we just share all the time. Sharing, we have, I think, a million different ways to share. Main thing is that we're always sharing.
But I think it's something that you leverage on, about this shared and expertise and shared learnings. That this is how you can build up, the projects on an operational level for your clients as well.
Yeah. So
Maybe,
even if it's something that our SOC
maybe,
team
yeah.
hasn't seen, it's something that our development team, they were working on. Our technology team, maybe they've already encountered that.
Yeah.
So we always have someone that we can go to, that we can ask, and we can say, look, this is a case that we haven't seen before. What do we do? So yeah, it's a very, I think it's a great thing to think that our SOC isn't just a SOC. We have expertise in practically everything, because if our SOC analyst doesn't know something, they're going to go reach out to someone on another team who will for sure know about it. So it's really, by working on all those, we leverage so much experience.
Lukas, and speaking about cyber SOC, which is interesting product you offer to your clients, would you be able to describe and share some business cases, use cases of the situations which appear out there?
Yeah. So I mean, SOC service, as I said, covers everything to make sure that we're actively being safe. So we do everything from vulnerability scanning to actual alert identification, triage, incident response if needed, investigations, reporting. So that's regular reporting for stakeholders, whoever needs to know about the actual security posture of the company. But really, so a lot of times where we see things that it's really simple to, I guess, sometimes we'll have incident response where they weren't even our client. And for me, I think those were a really good indication of just the value of a SOC service. So since we have 24/7 analysts working, that's, if you have a team that's working only during business hours, those regular 8 to 9 hours, you might have a security team, but how many hours of the week are you missing out on where no one is actually looking, investigating the alerts, right? Since we have a 24/7 team, it was a couple of times where we've gone in, done incident response, and we see, okay, the company had a good tool. That tool gave them an alert saying, look, there's a malicious actor, there's something happening, an account was taken over. So all of that has happened, but their person wasn't working. They were, it's 6 p.m., that person is off, they're not working anymore. So what happens at 9, 10 a.m. when they come and actually look at the system, at that time, that alert has already gone far to the bottom of the list. There's a lot of new alerts, and they simply missed it. And 2 months later, they hire us, say, hey, look, we've had a person whose account was hacked, and basically money was stolen from our company. And all that it took was a person seeing the alert at the right time, quickly, and just reacting to it. They had all the tools at their disposal. They had everything they needed. They just didn't have people who could actually go look at it and say, look, this is real, and you need to act on it now. So I think that's what our team does. So we do everything. We'll help prioritize, everything from the actual alerts from their security systems, and then we'll scan their systems as well and say, look, these 10 vulnerabilities, focus on these right now, because we know your systems. We know that these are the most external facing. The other systems, sure, they might also have those critical vulnerabilities, but we know that they're isolated. The chances of it being exploited is low. So our team sort of helps really look at it from, again, a holistic approach, where we're not just going through the alerts one by one and saying, look at this, look at that. We're really helping prioritize and understand when you actually need to act and how you should act. So it's not just a matter of, oh, look, someone's trying to hack you. It's a matter of, look, this is who's trying to hack you. This is how they're trying to do it. This is how you're vulnerable, and this is how you make yourself safe. So it's really helping people who you don't even need to have a dedicated security staff. You don't need to have dedicated security personnel who know all the tools to be able to use our service. So I think that's sort of the main thing, that everyone thinks, cybersecurity is important, but it's too expensive for us. We have partnerships. We have everything that helps us leverage to make sure that we have good licensing deals, that make sure that we have the experts that we need, and that we can give you that service for a good value.
Lukas, I have additional question. When you mentioned that the person was out of the office and he skipped this, the notification he or she should have been seen. Uh, what is the balance of technology and human resource, on monitoring all this information and really selecting what is the focus number one now?
So I think with time, more and more, right now we're at a really interesting place where, because there's a lot of money being thrown at AI. So for that reason, there's right now two sort of camps, I would say, where on the one hand, you have people who are saying, it's completely, you should automate, use machine learning to prioritize everything. But even if you still have some machine telling you, look, this is important, you still need a person to be able to actually go look at that information and understand. So from what we're seeing, a lot of it is you need automation and you need machines to help you reduce the number of alerts, just because there's so much going on in the world. There's so many attacks. There's so many different things happening that you need to be able to leverage machines to help you work efficiently. But so as part of my job, it's my job to test new tools, make sure that we're, using what's the most efficient, that's saving us time, making sure we're not missing any alerts. So far, those tools aren't still at the point where you could say, look, just leave it to the tool. It'll be fine. You need a mix of both good tools and good people.
Yeah, if it would be only tools, then it wouldn't be any interest of seeing your panel in RIGA COMM conference. And maybe Lukas, you feel comfortable on sharing some cues, some hints what you're gonna be sharing in RIGA COMM conference, because I know you have a panel October 4 cybersecurity conference is the place where to meet you. And what will be your panel about? Like, don't give us all.
Yeah. So just as a quick, I think the point in general is everything that I've been talking about right now. It's, cybersecurity is important, but where should you invest? So as a cybersecurity operator, as a SOC service provider, as an MSSP, we've been there from the start in the Lithuanian market. We helped form the market, and I think we're still at the forefront of the market as the largest SOC provider. So we're always forced to be the most efficient that we can be, have the best detection for the best price. So for that reason, we, I think, have a really great point of view to see where the market is going. And no matter what you're looking for, if you're looking for a SOC service provider, if you want to have your own team, I think just the talk is a good way to see how the market is progressing, why, and that sort of gives a clue as to where it might go later.
That's good. And I know the RIGA COMM conference is approaching quite fast. It's already this week, but it's Monday still. And where can professionals and companies reach you and NRD Cyber Security? What would be the best way to approach and start, conversation now, today?
So reach out if you're interested in hearing anything about what we'll be talking about. If you want to talk with us at Riga, if you're not going to be at Riga and you're interested to still hear about it. So couple ways. First off, reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'll make sure that you're going to get in touch with the correct person. Go to our website, nrdcs.eu, or if you're at RIGA COMM, then I think we're stand B1, so we'll see you there.
That's great. Is there anything, Lukas, before we wrap up this live conversation, what would you like to give to audience?
Yeah, I think it's just important for everyone. I don't care how you do it. It doesn't have to be us. It doesn't have to be a SOC service provider. But even if you're a small, medium enterprise, if you're the largest enterprise, you're probably focusing on security already. But especially for small and medium enterprises, you might not think that you're a target. But there are so many out there that are just looking for any chance, any misconfiguration, any hole to get into your company just to exploit you. So you need to focus on cybersecurity. I don't care how it is, but focus on it.
That's very honest, but brutally honest and true. Appreciate Lukas for your time today. I was really engaged in what you mentioned, even if I'm far away from cybersecurity, but I really feel that it relates to everybody actually. And thank you everybody who joined us live, and thank you everybody who will see us in recording on many platforms where we stream today. And see you soon in next live conversations already today. and see you in RIGA COMM just in a couple of days. RIGA COMM is taking place October 3 and 4, and see you there. Bye.